Hi, welcome to an NXnx video tutorial. Again, another remake of a popular video. I need first some datum planes. So I go for datum plane at a distance. This should be the reference plane, and the first one should be 400 millimeters away. The second one should be 800 away. And the third one should be 1000 millimeters away from that one. And okay. Then I need a sketch right on this plane. And this could look like this. Then I need some fillets. Maybe like this. Then some dimensions. 1, 2, and 3. Then some linear dimensions from this endpoint to that one. And then from this point to that point. And one from this point to the tangent point. Okay. And then one angle right here and another one over there. And I need another constraint. And there should be another one. This line and the axis and that line should be collinear. So now let's change the parameters accordingly. And this should be, let's start with this one. Yes, this should be 1000. And this one should be 500. This should be 200. This should be 30. This should be 30. This should be 400. And the angle should be 60, and the other one 60 as well. Okay, let's take a look. Looks nice. So I need almost the same sketch 1, 2, 3 more times. So I will try to copy it. So let's go to the sketch, copy, then with Control and V paste it. Then you have to check the orientation. I will go for 3 planes. So this should be the one for the X axis, that one for the Y axis, and that for the z-axis, and then I need a point. Let's take a look. Yes. Then Control V again. Same procedure. Go for 3 planes. That's normal to the X, normal to the Y, and that's Z, and that's the point, and OK. And again, that's for the x-axis, y-axis, z-axis, and I need only one external reference. This might differ from your sketch, depends how you defined your sketch. And OK. Now I need to edit the parameters of the other sketches. So let's go to this one and go to Edit, but not like this, because it's more convenient to do it with Edit Parameters. So that is OK. This one should be right now 360. The angle should be 65, and this radius should be 160. And OK. Now let's go for the third sketch. Edit parameters. It's very convenient to do it this way. And this is right now 220. Angle is 80, and the radius is 130. And OK. And the last one, this should be 200, 85, and last but not least, this one is 120. And OK. To get a real nice surface, I will have to make 2 extrudes, one at the end and one at the beginning. So let's go for surface and go for extrude and use this sketch. Make it 50, that's okay. Make it a sheet and apply, and another one over here with this sketch. Change the direction and make it a sheet as well, and OK. I need this for some boundary conditions. Now I go for Studio Surface and select first curve, which should be sketch 7. Then add another one, sketch 6. Add another one, sketch 5. Add another one, sketch 4. Yeah, it's okay, but I want to make it in this 2 positions. Tangent to the first extrude, and in the last section tangent to the second extrude. And OK. And I don't need these 2 anymore, so I could hide them like this. OK. And as I already mentioned in other videos, I will do only half of the model and then use mirror or symmetry at the end. Let's trim this sheet. I want to trim this sheet and I want to keep that region, but that's only possible if I first make use of that plane. Okay, and don't keep the torture, that's okay, and okay. So I now could hide these sketches, and I need 2 more sketches. So one should be on that plane, and okay. This might look something like this. Then it's an arc, then it's another arc, and then a line. I need a constraint here, tangency. And I need another constraint. I could use the plane or the axis, whatsoever. So go for the axis. That's the vertical axis, and that point should be coincident, and that plane and this point should be coincident. There should be dimension here and another one on the other side, and a radius and another radius. Let's take a look. Something's missing. Oh yeah, and I need another dimension between this point and that point. Okay, close. So I could add it right here. This might be 400. Okay, this should be 50. That should be 100. 200 and 200. Close. And finish the sketch. Okay. Now I want to project this curve onto that surface along that direction. So go for curve, project curve, and I want to project this sketch onto the trimmed sheet and along the XC direction. And okay. Now I need another sketch. I could hide this. It's maybe more convenient. And there should be a sketch on this plane. And this might look like Yes. There should be a fillet. And I might need a construction line. So convert this to reference. Yep. And I need some constraints. This should... Oh, let's do it with another construction line. It's more convenient. Make this to reference. Then I could trim this one and add some angle right here, 40, and another one should be 20. I need a radius, and this should be maybe 40. Okay. Let's try to move this over here, and this line and that axis should be collinear. Yes. Then I need a dimension from that point to this one. This should be 450, and another one from this point to that point, which should be 200. And close this one. Finish the sketch. Now, where is it? There's the trim sheet. Show it. Now project this sketch on the surface as well. Project curve. I want to project this sketch on the trimmed sheet, and the direction should be set C, and okay. Now I need almost the same sketch again, so I will copy this one, copy, and Control V. That's the system, and I need the X. The X axis was defined by this one, and that was the Y axis, and okay, let's take a look what happened. It's okay. Now I have to change this one, so go to edit parameters and let's take a look. Distance should be 600. This one should be 200. The angle is the same, that's the same, but the radius should be 20. And okay. It's not quite right, so This one should be not 600 but 800. Yes. Now let's project this sketch also. This should be projected onto the trimmed sheet along the same direction. That's okay. So, okay. Now I want to trim this sheet again. So let's go to Surface and Trim Sheet. This is very nice. So select the sheet and then the boundary objects. And the boundary objects are the sketches. So it's the projected sketches, sorry. This one, that one, and that one. And then I want to select the region I want to discard. So one is already selected. That's odd, but I want to discard this. And take a look. So it didn't work out. Let's go back. And that's okay, but you could the other way around. This one was the selected one. I want to deselect it. Now it's deselected. And I want to keep, or what I want to remove is this part, or I want to keep these parts. So it's easier to discard the one region. That's the one region I want to discard. And now it should work. Yes. So this trim operation is very handy. Yeah. Okay. Now I could hide these sketches and curves as well. Hide. Nice. So some final touches, some holes. Let's go for a sketch right on this plane. I need a circle. Okay. Then I need some dimensions. It always takes a while. So 200, and from this point it's really amazing how bad the snap is right here. And this should be 450. And then I need a radius which might be 40. And okay, let's leave this sketch and punch a hole by trimming it. So I want to trim sheet, I want to trim this sheet. That's the trimmed sheet. Okay, and the sketch is the one to use. Already one is selected. Let's take a look. Yes, it was the right one. I need the same over here. So let's copy this sketch, paste it, just make OK, because this should work, and then edit the parameters. This should be 800 and this should be 200, and the radius might be 20 something, yes. And okay. Trim the sheet again. The trimmed sheet with the sketch. And okay. Nice. And then I need a plane which is a little bit below this one. So I go for a datum plane with a distance, and the distance should be 10 from that one. And in the other direction, so it's below and okay. And I need a sketch on the new plane on this one. Okay. And it's another circle. Smaller one. Give it a radius, and this might be 30 or 25. Yeah, 25, that's okay. Now leave the sketch and just make a surface through curves, that's okay. And its first curve is the sketch, second is, I think, this sketch, and it should be in the same direction. Check it like this, and okay. And it shouldn't be a solid, but a sheet. Yep. So now you could try to patch this, and that would be somewhere patch openings, bounded plane, use a bounded plane, and that's the curve, and okay. Yes, then you need another circle to trim it again. So make another sketch on this plane. Okay. I think that's not the right one. Oh, it's the right one, yes. And it's a little bit tedious. So another circle. Give it a dimension, I don't know, maybe 15. Close it, finish the sketch, and just trim. And I want to trim sheet, I want to trim the bounded plane with the sketch. Yes. Now let's hide some of these sketches. Yep. There's another one. Now let's make that one surface by sewing it. Let's take a look. I want to sew some sheets. That's the trimmed sheet. the bounded plane. Oh, it's already trimmed, sorry. And the through curves and the trimmed sheet. Yep. Okay. And now you could use a mirror symmetry to get the complete model. So let's go to home and the new ribbon. You have to search for it. Here, mirror geometry. That should do the trick. And I want to mirror this one with that plane. And okay. Then you could sew these two together, and I'm finally done. So sew this two together, and that's the final model. Hope you enjoyed this video. See you to the next one. Maybe, yeah, it's sort of a remake, but I didn't do this model in all programs, and I will do it in all programs this time. Bye bye.